Hello fans, welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ. Stay updated with the latest transfer gossip and breaking news.
Our first news is Man United news. Roy Keane makes worrying prediction as Christian Eriksen speaks on controversy. Manchester United took a point from their eagerly anticipated showdown with Arsenal at Old Trafford after a free kick from Bruno Fernandes was cancelled out by Declan Rice. Ruben Amorim saw his Manchester United side come close to claiming a huge scalp against Arsenal on Sunday. It's been a rotten campaign for the Red Devils, who headed into the game in 15th place in the Premier League. But they came within a whisker of beating Mikel Arteta's title-chasing side, who are now 15 points behind Liverpool after their 1-1 draw at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes scored the goal which gave United the lead, and although Declan Rice restored parity, Amorim's men have moved up a place in the table as a result of the draw against their old rivals. With a huge match against Real Sociedad in the Europa League now looming, Mirror Football rounds up all the latest Manchester United news. Roy Keane fears that things could yet get even worse for Manchester United as they continue to languish in the bottom half of the Premier League. Ruben Amorim has failed to push United up the table since taking charge of his first match back in November, winning just 6 of his league games. And Keane, speaking before Sunday's draw with Arsenal, admitted that doubts would emerge in the dressing room if the results don't come. And with United on course for their worst ever Premier League season, Keane questioned whether United have actually reached rock bottom yet. Christian Eriksen admitted that Manchester United benefited from an error from Anthony Taylor in the build-up to Bruno Fernandes' goal. The Red Devils skipper beat David Raya from range, but only after Anthony Taylor set the Arsenal wall up 11.2 yards from Fernandes instead of the regulation 10 yards. The error was picked up by Gary Neville on commentary before being debated by Sky Sports pundits at halftime of Sunday's match. And when Eriksen was asked about Taylor's mistake post-match, the midfielder couldn't help but smile when he revealed even the players on the pitch felt he had sent the wall too far back. Christian Eriksen has insisted that Rasmus Højlund will come good after the striker blanked again after coming off the bench against Arsenal. The Dane has struggled for goals this term, and a report recently claimed that some members of the coaching team were losing faith with the former Atlanta man, who had a couple of sniffs at goal after being brought on as a second-half substitute. But Eriksen gave Højlund his full backing when he was asked about his lack of goals, saying, "I am pretty confident that he will come good. He is a hard-working guy and he is unhappy when he doesn't score goals." Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our second news is Ruben Amorim's stance speaks volumes as injured Man United star joins squad for Arsenal clash. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim talked up Lisandro Martinez's importance after the injured defender attended Sunday's big match with Arsenal at Old Trafford. Ruben Amorim and Christian Eriksen paid tribute to Lisandro Martinez after the injured Manchester United defender was seen supporting his teammates against Arsenal. The Argentina international, 27, was ruled out for the rest of the season last month after sustaining a serious knee injury in the defeat to Crystal Palace. Martinez has since undergone ACL surgery and is not expected to be back in action for some time. But that didn't stop him from spending time inside the Old Trafford dressing room on Sunday, where United drew 1-1 with Arsenal. And the centre-half was lauded by Amorim when the Portuguese coach was asked about Martinez's presence. "If you let him, he can go play today without problem," Amorim said. "Because he loves the club, he wants to help the team, he understands the context. Like I said, he's a great character, he's really important in the dressing room." Martinez made 32 appearances for United across all competitions before rupturing his ACL, and his absence has been keenly felt in a team which is light on numbers. United midfielder Eriksen also talked up Martinez after being asked about his presence, and the Dane made it clear that his teammates' influence around the place has not waned despite his devastating injury. Speaking to MUTV after the game, Eriksen said of Martinez, "We see him often at the training ground obviously, so he's still one of the boys. And we know what he's going through with his rehab, and a few other guys. Anyone who comes and supports the games is a good sign. And, yeah, we're just waiting for everyone to come back really. Martinez confirmed in a statement recently that everything had gone well with his surgery, saying, "Today, after going through several stormy days where I allowed myself to feel and accept my sadness, helplessness, insecurities, fears, and a deep emotional imbalance, I am reconnecting with my essence and my values, which help me see things from a kinder and more positive perspective. I feel immense gratitude for the incredible work and support of at Manchester United, at AFA selection, my family, friends, teammates, and everyone who took the time to send me a message of encouragement. The surgery went perfectly. Now it's time to give it my all, with heart and soul, in the rehabilitation process." Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our third news is Declan Rice vents frustrations with naive Arsenal teammates after Man United draw. Arsenal midfielder Declan Rice couldn't hide his frustration in the aftermath of Sunday's 1-1 draw with Manchester United as the Gunners lost more ground in the title race. Declan Rice admitted Arsenal almost gifted Manchester United all 3 points following their draw at Old Trafford. The Gunners lost more ground in the title race after failing to beat Ruben Amorim's team, who took the lead just before half-time courtesy of a Bruno Fernandes free kick. Rice scored for Arsenal in the second half to make it 1-1. Liverpool are now 15 points clear of their title rivals after beating Southampton on Saturday. But it could have been worse for Arsenal, who were fortunate to survive a couple of late scares. Rice refused to concede the title post-match, but he did slam the naivety of his teammates in the second half as Fernandes almost struck again at the death. "In the first half, we had some beautiful bits of play but didn't have that cutting edge," Rice told Sky Sports. "In the second half, we were very naive and almost gave the game to Man United. To get back in the game and to score and keep pushing. It's probably a fair point in the end." He continued, "We scored 7 midweek and that's not luck. PSV hadn't lost at home for 2 years. Man United did well and sat in the low block well. It can take 90 minutes to break that down. There wasn't much in the game. I was happy with his goal. I think it's a bit of football banter between me and the fans. It's an area I want to keep getting in and I've been creating more chances. I need to keep adding goals. The manager wants to play me at number 8 to add goals and assists. The chance at the end with Bruno and David making 2 great saves, that's why I say that naivety. It was down to us and we could have thrown the game away. Like the manager said, we'll keep going until the end of the season. Liverpool have been amazing all year. We're Arsenal. We've been hit hard by injuries. We'll keep going and we'll be alright. While Arsenal now seem unlikely to win the title, they do still have a game in hand on Arne Slot's side, who do not have a Premier League fixture next weekend as they play Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final. The Gunners face PSV Eindhoven in the second leg of their Champions League round of 16 tie against PSV Eindhoven, where they lead 7-1 on aggregate, before hosting Chelsea in the league next Sunday. Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our last news is Christian Eriksen admits referee Anthony Taylor helped Man United score against Arsenal. Manchester United midfielder Christian Eriksen revealed what he and his teammates made of the positioning of the Arsenal wall for Bruno Fernandes' goal following their 1-1 draw. Christian Eriksen quipped that he was happy to see how far back the Arsenal wall was for Bruno Fernandes' goal following an error from Anthony Taylor. Fernandes scored Manchester United's goal in Sunday's 1-1 draw against the Gunners with Declan Rice equalising for the visitors. It emerged at half-time that Taylor had positioned the Arsenal wall 11.2 yards back from Fernandes, rather than the regular 10 yards. The incident became a big talking point at half-time and United players were left annoyed and they were seemingly forced further back in the second half in a role reversal. But when Eriksen was asked about Fernandes' first half strike, the midfielder said, "Very good, happy that the wall was about 15 meters away. You saw how far back they were and it was beneficial for us. We felt relief from the fans in the stadium after the goal. On the result, which lifted United up a place to 14th in the Premier League standings, Eriksen added, "If you look at the chances, we could have won it. We tried to play on the counter as much as possible, which was the game plan." Ruben Amorim praised his side for holding their own against an Arsenal side who have fought Liverpool for the title this season. But the Portuguese coach insisted that he did not want his team to be as defensive moving forward. He told Sky Sports, "I think we did well. Of course we don't want to play like this, defending so much and giving the ball to the opponent. With all the games and characteristics of the players. Victor Lindelof, for example, without a lot of games. Casemiro is more comfortable in this sort of game. It's the opponent. The last game before the Champions League was high pressure by PSV, man-to-man. They are harder to make in this way. We have some good players in the transition. Alejandro Garnacho made a really good game. It's normal. We try to keep the starting 11 until the goal. When you suffer a goal, the players tire. We try to choose the best moments to press high. When you coach Manchester United, you cannot play too much like that. You have to try to win the game. I know it is frustrating for the fans sometimes. We have to deal with that and sometimes do things that are not popular. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man United Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing, what are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.